Lesson 7-3 Multiplying Mixed Numbers. In this lesson, you'll learn to multiply mixed numbers. And when are you ever going to use this? Learning how to multiply mixed numbers can help you determine the ingredients needed to make a cake. So a dot following a musical note means that the note gets 1 1/2 as many beats as the same note without a dot. So this is a note, that's your dot. That simply means that it gets 1 1/2 times as many beats as the same note without the dot. So if a whole note gets 4 beats, how many beats would a dotted whole note get? Okay, so in this kind of problem, if you enjoy reading musical notes, you need to find 1 1/2 of 4, okay, or 1 1/2 times 4. Remember, the word of in math always means multiplication, so you always translate the word of into multiplication. Okay, so 1 1/2 times 4. To multiply mixed numbers, express the mixed numbers as improper fractions and then multiply as with fractions. Okay, so we have 1 1/2 times 4 will be the same as 3 halves, because 1 1/2 is the same as 3 halves. And then you simply multiply it by 4 over 1, because we know that the whole number 4 has a denominator of 1. That's why it's 4 over 1. So express the numbers as improper fractions. Okay, and then we follow the rule of multiplying fractions by simply multiplying the numerators and multiplying the denominators. We end up with 12 over 2, or simply 6. So a dotted whole note gets 6 beats. Okay, another way of going about this is that if you find the GCF of 2 and 4, okay, the GCF of 2 and 4 would be 2. So 2 divided by 2 is 1. 4 divided by 2 is 2. And if you notice, 3 times 2 becomes 6. And 1 times 1 becomes 1. So it's 6 over 1, or simply 6. Okay? Let's look at some examples. Find 1/3 times 3 and 3/8. We need to estimate 1/3 times 3. So our answer should be close to 1, because 3 and 3/8 rounds to 3. So our answer should be close to 1. So we get 1 1/3 times 3/8. Convert 3 and 3/8 into an improper fraction, which is 27 over 8. Again, how did we do that? 3 times 8 plus 3, according to our last lesson, will become 27, and keep the denominator 8. Okay? So with that, we simply find the GCF of 3 and 27, which is 3. So 3 divided by 3 is 1. 27 divided by 3 is 9. And then we simply multiply 1 times 9 will give us 9. Okay, over 8 as a mixed number would be 1 and 1/8. So if you compare with our estimate, it is close enough. So our answer is correct. Applying this to algebra, if we have m equals 2 and 2/5 and n equals 1 and 7/8, what is the value of mn? Remember, when you talk about mn, 2 letters next to each other, the operation is multiplication. So we know that that is multiplication, m times n. So first things first, we copy the problem and then we substitute the values of m and n. 2 and 2/5 times 1 and 7/8. So express 2 and 2/5 now, okay, and 1 and 7/8 as improper fractions. But before we do that, let's estimate our answer. Since 2 and 2/5 rounds to 2 and 1 and 7/8 rounds to 2, our estimate answer should be close to 4. Okay, so we express 2 and 2/5 as an improper fraction, which is 12 and 12 over 5. We express 1 and 7/8 as an improper fraction, which is 15, okay, over 8. Okay, so expressing that as improper fractions, and we simply find the GCF of 5 and 15. So we want to find the GCF of 5 and 15 and the GCF of 12 and 8. Okay, so if we do that, the GCF of 5 and 15 would be 5. So 5 divided by 5 would be 1. 15 divided by 5 will be 3. And the GCF of 12 and 8 would be 4. So 12 divided by 4 is 3, and 8 divided by 4 is 2. And then we simply, okay, multiply 3 times 3, which is 9. Okay, 9 and 1 times 2 is 2. That becomes 9 halves, or 4 and 1 half. Okay? And the secret word for this lesson would be Blue Devils. Secret word is Blue Devils. Okay? And that's it. Thank you for watching.